Plaintiff Samuel Owens says at the age of 37, he became addicted to crack cocaine and literally lost everything because of it. Samuel says he entered a 12-step recovery program, which is where he met and befriended the defendant. Samuel claims he purchased a car for the defendant, but she never repaid him, so he's suing. Defendant Jenny Burke says she started using drugs at an early age and went to her first inpatient rehab program at the age of 14. Jenny insists she only wanted Samuel to co-sign on the vehicle, not pay for it in full, and she's countersuing for slander and car payments.
Start with you.
Well, sir, I started my role when I was 17 and went to the Navy, came out, and did a lot of partying for many, many years. Took myself down at the age of 37. I found myself starting to use crack cocaine. Did that for a number of years, 14 years, in fact. And then, it took me out. I lost my family, lost many, many things. It just came on down to nothing, I look at a picture of me today and I can't believe that that's me, but.
How'd you get turned on to crack at 37? That's a pretty late stage in life.
Well, I was self-employed and being out in the streets all the time, partying.
In the nightclubs?
Yeah, nightclubs, after hours. This is back in the 80s. After hours was going pretty strong back then.
My point is, I've never heard of a businessman with his own money who seems to be professional. Your peers were businessmen, professionals. Go to a cocktail party, you go to receptions, you go to an upscale nightclub, and you find crack. That's what I'm saying. Sounds a little unusual.
Well, actually, sir, I was the upscale when I was in my 20s, in the 70s, and life turned around for me. I was in the transportation business, and in the transportation business and the taxi cab business, you find, at that particular time, you found a lot of guys who use cocaine.
Really?
There were a great
deal. To stay
deal.
up, I guess they start probably sniffing just to stay up. Then they progress into crack because they liked it so much or something.
Yes, sir.
Well,
and it took many.
Good to know. Don't ride too many taxis these days. we don't want to get hooked on crack. Riding the cab. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the studio. They're gonna have to give me some different form of transportation than these taxis they put me in to get to work. No more taxis. Make sure you tell them.
I will.
No more taxis. Anyhow, but I'm glad you overcame it. When did you begin your recovery?
I began my recovery in 2001.
Did you relapse much?
No, only once.
Okay, good.
I got 3 years clean and then I relapsed on. I have a military injury for pain,
Okay.
and that's another reason why I started using cocaine, because it took away the pain.
How does this relate? You met her in some capacity when you were on your drug days, or what?
I actually met the defendant in the 12-step program.
Okay.
Okay.
The recovery. All
yes,
right.
sir.
You want to give us some background on your destructive lifestyle? I like for people to talk about it so the viewers can be educated. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, I did meet Sam in recovery. I had been clean at the point when I met him. I'm clean now for 14 and a half years. I had been in outpatient treatments when I was young, and my first inpatient treatment was when I was 14. I stayed clean for 6 months after that, but I didn't make the changes.
What neighborhood did you grow up in that caused you to become hooked on crack at 14?
No, it wasn't
Hooked
crack
on
at that
what?
point. My first inpatient treatment, I was using mostly alcohol, smoking weed, acid, those kind of things, lighter drugs probably.
All right.
She took the bus, so.
Oh, okay.
I know, I didn't take the bus.
All right, the bus get lighter. All right, the drugs are a lot less potent when you ride the bus. Go ahead. All right, and so you met him.
We met through recovery as associates. At one point in time, we exchanged numbers, as is not unusual. In recovery, a lot of people have each other's numbers. It came a point in time where I was struggling financially. I had a vehicle that I was leasing at that point in time, which I had to return.
Okay, and you're getting into the crux of the case?
Well, I'm telling you how we became friends outside of the meeting.
Sir, you want to proceed with your case?
Well, we became friends. I gave my services as far as to go and pick up her kids in the morning, drop them off at school, because she was struggling financially. She had various problems in her life. And, I didn't think bad of her or anything like that. It was just, I just, I had free time because I'm medically retired from my job. And she was, several months pregnant, many months pregnant at the time. And it was hard for her to get her kids to summer school. So I volunteered, to do that during the summer. As it turned out, I had a lump sum of money. And we went out. First, I took her out to look for a vehicle. And then we came across a vehicle. This vehicle, I talked him down to $6,300. And Jenny had $1,100 as a down payment, which she didn't have at that particular moment, but she said it was in the bank. Okay. So that was fine. I went to my bank and drew out $6,300 and paid for the car in full.
Where did you get that type of cash? Just curious.
I worked, Your Honor. I was working.
A lot of people work. They don't have $6,300 to loan.
I'm medically retired.
All right,
so I had money in the bank.
You looking crazy at me like, what are you talking about? I work, Your Honor. What are you? I don't understand what you're asking me. That's what I'm asking you. I don't believe most people have $6,300 just laying around to buy cars from just some stranger you go to NA with who could flip any minute and start smoking again.
Right?
You got $6,300. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You the one crazy.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I did.
So you bought the car $6,300. What was the agreement on her paying you, or what have you?
The agreement was that she would pay me. She had a very good job at the time. She had a business. Mm-hmm. Okay, and she told me that she made really good money and she was able to pay me back. We had a verbal agreement that she would pay me back $500 a month.
That is not true.
Okay. So I waited.
Let me get to her. Ma'am, tell me about the transaction and the agreement on what you would pay, if any.
Originally, there was no agreement between us because he was going to co-sign for me.
Okay, so you didn't intend to pay him.
I did intend to pay him.
What
back.
did you intend to pay him?
Whatever I could, when I could. Obviously, if I needed somebody to help me, I did have a business,
so was
but
there
I
a
wasn't
timeline
working.
on it?
No, there was not a timeline.
No time.
No.
So I will conclude it would have been a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
If there's no time frame, it's typically interpreted as a reasonable amount of time. How long has it been?
It's been a year, Your Honor. But
and how much has she paid you?
She's paid me $2,100.
And what?
Well, she gave me $1,000 as a deposit.
Uh-huh.
That was $1,000 for the car.
Did she pay $500 per month?
No, sir.
How much?
No, sir. She in February 25th, she gave me $750. And in March 18th, she gave me $250.
Okay.
And I haven't heard from her since.
Do you have anything that reflects an agreement of how much and at what time? Is this the agreement?
Well, yes, sir. It's a promissory note.
Does it say how much per month?
No, sir. Well, on the other sheet, that? On the envelope, it says. So in the beginning,
see it?
Yes, please.
All right.
In the beginning, we had a verbal agreement.
So all I can go with is what is in writing.
Well, that piece of paper right there shows the first 3 months, and you notice there's a minus $500.
No, does it show the amount per month?
Yes,
you
sir.
said she was to pay $500 a month.
Yes, sir.
Does that document say that?
No, sir.
Your counterclaim for $3,500 for car payments and defamation. How does he owe you for that?
I was saying that if he is awarded this money, that I should get the money that I put back in, that I put into the car. I should get that back because I obviously put that money towards the ownership of a car, not to rent it. I'm going to need a different vehicle.
What's the defamation?
The defamation is him going around telling people these lies that he's saying here, that we had some agreement that I didn't honor. And I'm known for honoring my agreements. A lot of people look up to me in recovery. We do recover, some of us do, and we do change.
I agree.
So him going around telling people, these lies that I'm irresponsible, I'm trifling.
Well, that's his interpretation, and that's his opinion based on the fact that he believes.
That he's talking
I understand,
about.
but it's not defamation to share your opinion when you believe you've been victimized. Defamation is stating a fact that you know to be untrue, that harms a person's reputation based on your intention to harm their reputation. Him saying that she owes me money and she's not paying on time, and I believe she should, and I believe she's wrong for not paying me on time is not defamation. Sir,
Yes, sir.
She has paid you $2,100.
Yes, sir.
The amount she originally owed was $6,300. You did not give a monthly amount, nor did you give a deadline for repayment. You shouldn't expect to have received over $2,100 in 1 year. Let's see. That's nearly $200 a month in payments for a $6,300 car. That's about right. A person who goes and finances a $6,300 car will pay less than $200. They'll probably pay about $100 a month. She has paid you over $100 a month in the 1 year since you financed the $6,300 to her. That is a reasonable amount. As I said, if it doesn't specify the amount, I have to interpret it as a reasonable amount. So I believe she's paid you a reasonable amount in a reasonable manner. So I'm going to request that you wait until she's been a lot more delinquent before you sue her. I'm going to conclude that she has not breached the contract yet. Now, your counterclaim, man, for $3,500, you can't keep the car and get your payments back. So you can keep the car. I'm going to deny your judgment altogether. Both your cases are dismissed.
The allegation of I defamed her are not true. I merely stated the fact that she hasn't paid me, and we had a verbal agreement in the beginning because I trusted her to pay me back.
I have made payments, and the judge himself said that they've been reasonable amounts. I'm still struggling, so if I had the money, I would gladly give it. But I don't think that just because, I don't think that this is everybody's business either. And I could be out there talking about how, you know, you had other intentions for me, obviously. And I haven't been doing that, so it's a matter of integrity.